Hello, fellow Auraxians. Today we had a mega dev stream. It might be the most mega dev stream we've ever had. I'm going to pick out the key parts for you and give them to you in order, so you know what's coming in the future of Planetside. They started by talking on performance. A lot of hardware setups seem to be struggling with some of the recent patches. So they covered some of the issues that were causing those problems. Some of the issues they have already solved. You should have seen a performance improvement with the most recent patch. And then they brought up some other areas that they have discovered is causing some performance issues that they have not yet addressed but are working on. So client performance will continue to improve. But even more important than that, we've been having some issues with network performance. And we got some good insight on what they're doing to solve that one.
We also are still looking into the spike in network traffic that we've had. We've got Cortec kind of working on that a bit. Some of our top engineers, as it were.
Top men.
Looking into that.
So the community wasn't really privy to the fact that our network bandwidth got increased, but it was something that's just kind of been in the background for us. You don't really notice it, but outside of that, we know that there are some server issues right now. They're prevalent on all the servers and not just.
These issues usually happen in prime time while the server's under heavy load. It seems like some clients get in a bad state and the server's very slow to get information to those clients. But it sounds like the team has a third-party contractor diving in and getting to the bottom of those issues, so we should see some improved server performance. All that aside, that was mostly just general updates. They're always working on trying to make that stuff better for us. The exciting part of the performance talk was this.
We're also, I'm happy to say, working on a massive technical undertaking that will have some performance gains.
That's all you get to say.
That's all I get to say.
I can't wait to mic drop that stuff.
I know,
I'm
right?
gonna literally bring a microphone next time.
I just have it in giant quotes here because that's literally all we can say about it.
I already have a few ideas what it could be. I worry we're all going to just dream too big and get our hopes up a little too much for it. So I don't want to say anything out loud. But the takeaway here is that Planetside has some resources beyond just the team you see. There's a lot more people at Daybreak Games, it's just what game are they working on at the time. Beyond just the team you see, helping to do some serious technical improvements on the infrastructure of the game. So get hyped for it, just not so hyped you lose your mind yet. We're still in the early stages on whatever they got going there. The long-promised Tokyo server is up and running internally. We don't have a release date yet. They're still ironing out a few bugs. They're working on the technology required to allow people to transfer from Connery to Soltech. And the awesome thing about this is it's a Daybreak managed server. A lot of the original issues with the Chinese and Korean servers stemmed from these servers effectively being subcontracted out to other companies to manage. There was a huge audience for Planetside in that part of the world back in the day. Hopefully they can reattract some of those players now that they'll have a server where they can have a nice low ping and it'll be a more enjoyable experience for them. After that, they covered a lot of the quality of life things, how they're working on fire teams, platoons, why orders chat went away. We'll talk about that more in a different video. They're improving icons so that if you're colorblind and you can't really discern the colors, you can still figure out what they are based on the imagery. All sorts of quality of life improvements. Nothing too exciting. But then came the big reveal.
Here you see a bastion with a random harassment on the top of it. And yeah, okay, so I recorded this footage twice. This time it sucks, but the file size is smaller. I was fighting with that all day. Anyway, so now we have what we're working on. One of the things that we're working on, one of the many things that we're working on, is a new continent for Planetside 2. And this is the continent of Oshur.
The 5th continent is on the way, and that will be Oshur. Oshur is really more of a series of islands rather than a continent. There will not be warp gates. Instead, each faction's home location will be a Bastion fleet carrier. This series of islands continent will focus on logistics more than the existing continents, making construction bases more relevant. And while he did say there will be a minimal lattice, it sounds like they're going to try to manage the flow of the battles more through controlling logistics and how they design the actual continent and the bases. This is a far more massive announcement than anyone expected. Please be aware this is bleeding edge information. He has not spent a lot of time on it. None of the bases are developed yet. you will not see this till sometime in 2019. That being said, 2019's not that far away. Sorry to remind you. So look forward to some epic new content. Now, I think for a lot of people, this reveal is going to be way too early. Some people can't contain themselves, and a month later, they immediately start badgering the development team. Hey, when's that going to come out? When are we going to get Oshur? I hope everyone can maintain patience. I really like this trend where they're sharing information of what they're working on very early in the process. It helps the player base have a more complete picture of where all their development resources are going to. They're never working on just one thing, and this will be one thing of many. On that note, for example, they addressed Doku's carbines. They are still working on those, but those have fallen to the back burner while they've tackled other issues, performance problems they've had, and rolling out some of these other content and features that we've had recently. So, get psyched for that. Hit me up with some comments. Share your memories, maybe from Planetside 1, what you loved about Oshur or Sizer. Ro was mentioning the feel of the continent is really going to be more like Sizer, although they're going with Oshur as the name for it. They're working hard on serious performance improvements and serious content additions. I know in this community there's a lot of people that want one well above the other, but it sounds like they're hitting the two most requested features as hard as they can, so that's pretty good news for everyone. Quick note for you PlayStation 4 folks, I have seen increased murmurs of, hey, they're ignoring us, they're forgetting about us. Please remember that it's a lot easier to get a patch to PC. There's not a huge certification process you got to go through for a PS4 patch. And when a patch does hit PC, what they want to do before they roll it out to the PS4 is fix all the bugs in it. And the patch that has recently hit PC has caused a lot of problems. So they've had to spend time getting the performance issues fixed up, fixing up little bugs that were in the game. There's no reason to carry all that into the PlayStation 4. It's better for them to get those things ironed out on the PC platform and then transfer it over. So you guys should be seeing some of those updates PC received a few weeks back. Just be patient. They've kind of got things ironed out for us, so now they can work on getting it to the PS4 clients. Okay, fellow Auraxians, that's all I have for right now. Please share down in the comments the part you're most excited for, and this is the type of patch notes you want to share with your friends, so please send this video out, make sure everyone sees it so they know what's coming. If they want to be ready for the new continent, they're going to want to start racking up ISO right now, so encourage them to check it out. And until next time, I will see you Planetside.